So Pisces Sun, and before I go to how a Pisces Sun typically expresses itself, I just want to briefly mention how this is for someone who has a strong Pisces Sun, and because we are the zodiac expressed in different degrees and intensities, that can lead to us having other energies and elements and planets within our chart that can essentially support our sun sign or water down that sun sign. And so this is for someone who has a strong Pisces Sun. So someone with a strong Pisces Sun would typically express as very sensitive, very compassionate, and extremely intuitive and dreamy. Pisces are known to be the dreamers of the zodiac. They're known to drift off into other worlds because they have this natural ability to literally drift off into other worlds and drift off into their thoughts and drift off into their unconscious energy, whether it's within their minds or whether it's the unconscious energy and collective within our own world, within this earthly plane. Pisces are so able to just flow like water into the unconscious realm, into the collective consciousness that exists. It makes them extremely intuitive signs. Not only are they extremely intuitive, but they're also extremely sensitive. They're sensitive to energies, to people and emotions. And because of that, Pisces is able to detect energies within our external world, like energies that we can't always see, but that can be felt. But they're also able to tap into energies that they see within other people's emotions. They're so sensitive. They're so attuned to other people's energy. Because Pisces is a water element and they're the last water element of the zodiac, they're really here to dissolve themselves through their ego. So to lose their ego, their attachment to their ego, and connect with humanity and people through their natural, selfless, nurturing, compassionate nature. Pisces is literally here to merge their energies with people and to be of service to humanity through their own spiritual journey, through their own spiritual knowledge, because they're so naturally attuned to spiritual knowledge, because they're a water element, but also because they're ruled by Neptune. Neptune brings this added energy and intuition and mysticism of Pisces. And so because of that, they're really associated with so much intuitive power, ability, and psychic energy. Because Neptune also is responsible for Pisces' ability to drift off into the unconscious and drift off into other realms, either within their minds or literally within the collective consciousness, it also makes Pisces amazing artists because they're really able to take where their minds drift off to and put that into the physical world. So it's like one part of them is drifting off into the 5D and all these other dimensions, but then there's a part of them that's still very much planted into the earthly realm, and Pisces rules the feet, and that's what keeps them planted into the earth and from drifting off into all the other worlds and realities out there. And so because of that, Pisces really has that ability to, like I was saying, bring all of the amazing energies and knowledge and beautiful things that they see within their mind and that they explore within their mind or within the astral realm or within their dreams. They're able to bring all of those beautiful energies, insights, downloads, pictures, visions, and bring that into their art, whether that's, whether they're painters, whether they're writers, whether they do poetry, whether they sing. They're really able to take where they go off into their mind and bring that into their 3D world. So because Pisces is the last water sign and the last sign in general of the zodiac, and they're here to dissolve their ego, unlike Aries, which is here to develop their ego, it makes Pisces so selfless. It makes them so able to attune their energies to other people and the world and humanity. And because they have that water element as well, it just adds on to them being able to really be able to understand everybody's points of views, really be able to put themselves in other people's points of views. And with that, it really gives Pisces such a heightened sense of sensitivity for other people's emotions, for their own emotions and what they're going through, but also it gives them an added sense of compassion for people and nurturing for people, and really using their water energies and their abilities to understand and merge with people in order to help people to emotionally heal, help people to emotionally ascend through their experiences and where they're at within themselves. Because Pisces also has a double influence of intuition and psychic energy. from the water element and from Neptune. It literally makes them the psychic sign of the zodiac because they're able to see and feel beyond the physical eyes. They're really naturally so in tune with their psychic senses, with their sixth sense, which literally makes them so aware of energies, whether they can see it, whether they can feel it, whether they have dreams, whether they can hear it within their mind. They literally have so much ability to tap into their intuition and their psychic gifts like this. So of course, every sign has its downsides and its shadow sides. And some shadow sides to the Pisces energy is because Pisces is here to dissolve through their ego and to merge with other souls and other energies, and to be able to truly relate to other souls and help them through their spiritual experiences, because Pisces naturally is going through their own spiritual journey. Just being a Pisces, they can lose themselves in other people. They can lose themselves within other people in the sense of that they literally take on their energy and merge with their energy, and their energy tends to become theirs. Or it can play out in the sense that Pisces can be a pushover and they can be taken advantage of because they are so selfless and so compassionate and so nurturing, and they might lose sight of their intuition and their psychic gifts in order to accommodate other people, in order to be there for other people, in order to nurture other people and have compassion for other people, that they lose themselves in the process of that. They lose their intuition in the process of that. Or they can even lose themselves in the sense of being so much of a pushover and not standing up for themselves and not standing up for their needs, their nurture, their water energies, and supporting their own water energies, that it can lead to them, you know, like I was saying, either completely adopting other energies from someone else, or just completely losing their sense of their own energy, of their own compassion and their own intuition, because they're so in tune with this other person's energy or what this other person wants or needs, that they lose themselves. And so with that, it can lead to Pisces being very much a pushover, or they can be very passive when it comes to asserting themselves, asserting their own energy. Another downside to Pisces is because they are so dreamy, because they're so able to drift off into other worlds and other thoughts and other planes, it can prevent them from being in the 3D world. Virgo is their opposite, and Virgo is so immersed and so concerned with the 3D world, and Pisces is the opposite of that. They're so concerned with other worlds and other consciousness, and diving into the collective consciousness and astral realms and things like that, that it can lead to them being so disconnected from their earthly pursuits and their earthly life, and it can lead to them having such escapist tendencies, and that can express itself in so many different ways. It can literally be like they're just escaping in their mind. They can escape through alcohol and drugs. They can escape through people. That can just express itself in so many different ways, because Pisces is a mutable sign. That water energy is so mutable and can go so many different ways, which also leads to their emotions being mutable. So Pisces is very much able to be nurturing and be compassionate and be there for people, but on the other hand, because they are a mutable sign, when they're not in the higher energies of that Pisces Sun, they can drift off into jealous energies, into manipulative energies, like I was saying before, passive energies. They can be very vindictive. They can exhibit very toxic traits emotionally. So it's like, on the one hand, you have this very selfless, loving, compassionate, super psychic and in tune, intuitive being who's just able to flow into all these other worlds and really bring all this beautiful insight, all of these visions, all of these art that they see in these other realms, and bring that to their 3D world, bring their intuition and their downloads and their channels to the 3D world. But when that Pisces energy isn't balance, they can lose their selves in other people. They can lose their selves in their own emotions, their own jealousy, their own manipulativeness. They can literally exist in a deep range of energies. They can be so in tune, or they can be in such escapist energies, and they're not using their intuition, they're not using their selflessness, they're not using their disillusion of the ego, and instead they're losing themselves in their ego or in other people's egos, because their energies are so able to merge with other people and exist with other people, and they're here to really be able to put themselves in other people's shoes, as in, you know, they're ruled by the feet. And so because of that, they can literally lose themselves in other people's energies and other people's lives so easily. And instead of attuning to their own spiritual journey, which is essentially what Pisces is here for, is to ascend and evolve through their spiritual journey on earth.